If President Ruto is to make a visit to Bungoma, some of us will not be anywhere because Ford Kenya will want to take the lion's share.
Yes, all the credit of
that's why
yes.
After Ruto came into power, some of us faded away to the tune of about 8-point-something billion. That is quite a bit of money.
Yes.
So the president has to have a say. But again, he knows he's already endeared himself to the president.
Yes, so much, yes.
Matters to do with ODM, with UDA,
yes.
You cannot beat Didymus. He'll get the first invitation for Wangamati.
Yes. Can you imagine a debate between Senator Sifuna and your candidate?
Don't think President Ruto is very sharp. Very sharp.
Visualize it.
Don't forget that he goes
facts
around.
Facts and figures and eloquence.
He has been in Europe.
Yes.
What better place than... And he has been addressing Europeans. And those are people who you just don't go and start gossiping.
ChatGPT, bro.
No. President William Ruto can hold his own.
Yes.
If I ask you, have you built a house for yourself?
No, not yet.
It's very expensive, my brother. I can tell you to even try and put up a latrine, a pit latrine, and finish it properly. You'll struggle.
Yeah.
But you'll need a house.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the internet, welcome to yet another amazing conversation. When we've convened here, fire. Amazing conversations, man. And today on set, I have with me Mr. Marumbu Chongoi.
Thank you.
Little bad tells me that Paul's Jew is crazy. Yeah?
No, Paul, yes, that's my government name, but I prefer using Chongoi Marumbu.
Yeah, why? What's the story?
There's no story. It's just being who you are.
There's quite a heartbreak, bro.
No. If I can tell you, when you're born, you're never consulted on which names to be given.
Yeah, for sure.
But the bottom line is we are Africans.
Yeah. And
moving around with what I would normally call slave names is not very genius of anybody.
Okay.
So you rather use your authentic African names that define you as a person.
Yeah, I've been seeing that trend catch on, where people are no longer picking up what are they called? The Christian names,
Christian
right?
names,
most people are going by their African, double African names.
Yeah,
I'm
indigenous names.
I'm down with that shit.
No, we are trying to transition slowly.
Yes.
Away from actually most of these new parents coming in, new kids. To avoid giving kids European names, we rather now confine ourselves to our own names. You can even name your kids after African heroes.
Yes,
because even me personally have a son called Mandela.
Okay.
So I rather, if not for anything else, I rather look for African heroes to name after my children.
Yeah, that's heavy on the Pan-African end.
Yeah.
I'm down with that stuff, kabisa. I don't know, what wengi, like the famous Miguna. Goes by double M now.
No, but I'm sure somewhere in between he must be having a Christian name, but he has decided to maybe
once you read up enough, ukisha expose your mind to a bit of this and that, you realize these names do not represent us very well.
I'm a good student of history.
Yes.
And once you know about your past,
yes,
you're definitely not going to really second guess your future.
Yes.
So if you go around moving around with European names, you're already lost. Because you're moving around with a tag that does not define you as a person.
Yeah. Why don't you go a step further and just change your documents and everything?
No, it's possible. Yes. All I need to do is to swear an affidavit.
Yes.
I can go to any lawyer who commissions oaths.
Yes.
And I present my case. Him being a lawyer, he knows the modalities under which you can get a name change.
Yes.
And then you make it official. But according to the government of Kenya, I cannot describe myself as Chongoi Marumbu.
Why?
No, that would be because my official documents has another name, which is Paul.
Okay.
So I cannot stick to Chongoi Marumbu. If somebody took me to court and I stepped off the dock and called myself Chongoi Marumbu, and then documents being presented in the court read Paul Chongoi Marumbu.
Yes.
Those are two different people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if it's possible for you to go in and just like change your names completely, yani ubadilishe kabisa paka kwa DB ya serikali, like if you really
it will take quite a bit of effort, because some of us are almost actually we're above 50.
Yeah.
And for the 50 years I've been alive,
you've been transacting.
In fact, my academic testimonials all bear that.
Yes.
But for the feel good thing for me is I prefer, even my Facebook account.
Yeah.
I go by the name Chongoi Marumbu.
Yeah. Amazing. Welcome to the set, Mr. Chongoi Marumbu.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Mr. Joel.
Yeah, lazima tujue what you be about, man. And we've established in that intro that you are all about Africanacity.
No, reclaiming our heritage,
yes,
so to speak.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Uko nikicheki kwa mtandao ukiandika mambo?
Yeah, I do like what I write.
Yes.
Many people do not agree with me,
yes,
but it's a democratic, we're a multi-party democracy.
Yes.
And the people who organized that system of governance,
yes,
gave us the modalities under which we can practice that, yes, form of government.
Which involves...
So democracy means say your bit, I say my bit, we can agree to disagree, and
yes,
we move on.
And the majority,
but you don't have to clench your fist because you're disagreeing with the next,
yes,
person. Yeah.
Yes, and in which case the majority have their way.
Yeah, normally that is what democracy, 50+1.
Yes.
It doesn't matter, you are a second runners-up he beat you with just one vote.
Yes.
He's the winner.
Is it a fair system?
What I can say is Africans we can utilize that form of governance, but we should give it our own definition.
How do you mean?
Let me say, like in Europe, all those European countries are mono-ethnic.
Okay.
Italy is mainly Italian.
Yeah.
But you see, Kenya is multi. We have almost, you can call it 50 tribes.
Yes.
So already, you cannot transport a system from the Europeans, who are majorly, if you look around their countries, they are just one ethnic group.
Yes.
And transfer the same system without putting changes or trying to redefine it to suit your circumstances, your local circumstances. So, to answer your question, it's not a fair. That's why, even if you look at Kenyan's situation, the moment a president is elected,
yes,
as soon as the president is given that sword, then campaigns start in earnest. Because somebody feels it was not a fair fight, probably he'll go to court to, just oppose the results.
Yes.
And so there must be something in this system of governance that people are never satisfied. I don't know whether that is the default setting of this kind of democracy, where nothing is settled. Like today, what is fashionable is shouting one term. But if you ask proponents of one term, after one term, what next? They don't have anything to tell you. So we are so short-sighted in the euphoria of the moment without really looking beyond those flashy slogans. Because there was a time there was yote yawezekana bila. What happened to that?
And then there was something gave though a little bit.
Yeah, but we're still agitating.
Before shit went to the...
obviously.
Yeah. Something gave immediately after yote yawezekana.
But the forest remains its only different monkeys. Yeah. And come to look at it, the changes are more superficial. In the sense that Kenya has never really changed. Yeah. Those people who still control the strategic sectors of the economy still do.
Yeah.
Those people who hog those positions in the civil service still do.
Yes.
Kenya is still, it's not equitable in terms of, infrastructure, amenities.
Yes.
It's only, sorry to say that President Ruto is now the one who's coming to remedy the whole situation.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because if you talk to people from North and East...
Don't be sorry about it.
No, I'm not sorry. I'm unapologetic.
Say it with your chest completely.
Yeah, I cannot apologize for that. Because at least this time around, I've gone down a little on hyping my president, because at this moment in time, it's fashionable to identify, to pretend to be a supporter of William Ruto. Because here the odds are not really stacked against him. But me, I stuck my neck out prior to him getting
the 2022 elections. Right?
I supported him when the odds were stacked against him. When President Uhuru was the president and was against him, actually there was a fallout between him and Ruto. And President Ruto was supporting Raila Odinga with all they call them the levers of power. I stuck, if you ask the common person, will tell you, no, there's no way Ruto is going to win these elections. So that time is when I supported him. These days, I just do it remotely. I leave those Johnny Come-Latelys to run around with their yellow attires pretending to support.
Johnny Come-Latelys. Nice.
Yeah. And unfortunately, for some of us who are in Bungoma, the dominant political party is Fort Kenya.
Yeah.
As it is.
Yes.
Forget about the sentiments. If the president was to come to Bungoma, his party is UDA. Yes. I'm a registered UDA member. But his visit will be overshadowed. Some of us will be overshadowed because...
You pay something to be a registered member? Am I just by submission of ID?
No, you can pay if you want to be a life member. Obviously.
How much is the life membership?
I've never known, really.
Yeah.
It's something I need to talk to our... Do you know Engineer Malomba?
Yes.
Yeah, he's our man.
I should talk to him soon.
Yeah, I'll call him. I'll tell him to pay you a visit. Okay. So, if President Ruto is to make a visit to Bungoma, some of us will not be anywhere because Fort Kenya will want to take the lion's share.
Yes, all the credit of...
that's why
yes.
After Ruto came into power, some of us faded away because, the dominant party here is Fort Kenya. And I have no issues with Fort Kenya. In fact, for me, I feel the party is not the problem. All of us can get into Fort Kenya and make it the kind of party that we people want. No. The problem is not Wetangula, actually. It is the rank and file of the party. Wetangula is just a figurehead. He can be a ceremonial party leader.
Bro, they say the fish rots from the head, man. What do you mean?
No, when it comes to party matters, it's not really like that. Like ANC, does that description define ANC? ANC can recall a president, and put somebody else there. So I'm talking about building a party in that mold, but not a party where you kowtow to a party leader's dictates. No.
But now, locally situated across all the parties, even our biggest party, ODM, they are all they are all fashioned around an individual. So if the individual is not moving correctly, rank and file will also be wavy.
No, I'm saying ideally, parties should be robust enough to chart the best way forward by rank and file.
Okay.
All right. So, in short, what I'm saying is the party is as good as the membership.
All right.
Yeah.
If I was just to pull back where this thought originated, so what would you wager would be like what hybrid form of governance do you think would be?
No, obviously we have to take into consideration tribes.
Yes. And how would you do that? Now that we are being idealistic here a little bit. Who knows?
During the one-party state, the agitation was that the presidency was almost imperial, whereby if you're the president, it's only your people who are going to benefit from state legitimacy. So devolution came into trying to remedy that situation where resources are at least sent around.
Yes.
But it constitutes only 15% of the national budget. So there's still a lot of money
that remains at the national level, yes. So
by going into devolution, it was also a way of trying to remedy. Having the system of democracy, multi-party democracy, but we had to have a constitutional moment to now have that in the constitution, whereby we have devolved units where resources are also sent. It was a way of just trying to keep people at peace, because it was not sustainable having a one-party system whereby people feel aggrieved that it's only one section of the country that is benefiting from the presidency.
The spirit and letter of devolution, if only it was followed, because the idea was really good. The implementation of which was, I think, probably the biggest problem. And you will find that the biggest beneficiaries of what was are the ones who do not want, devolution to actually succeed, because you find money not being remitted or being delayed, so that just service delivery, oversight not being done properly. Unapata mtu ameiba billions of money and haekwi ndani. So that's one way of sabotaging.
I think it's a combination of factors.
Yes, lots of moving factors.
First of all, with devolution, there was also devolution of corruption.
For sure, yes.
And then the people, like the first crop of MCAs, they're totally clueless. They really didn't know what they were supposed to do.
Yes, there was a lot of learning there.
So we had to do fine-tuning. Any system that you put in place, you have to proceed while, knocking it in the right places. So oversight and legislation. Even presently, there are some MCAs who cannot even stand on the floor of the House and articulate anything. The likes of, there's this MC of Chwele.
Umeenda mbali. Na huyu wetu tu hapa township.
Jeremiah.
Has he ever spoken anything?
He was just voted in because of popular.
There's a bit of popular. You find them, I can reappear.
I really want to take to the gallery and get to hear, let's say, for example, and you see Jeremiah is also somebody that I know.
Yes.
But I would really want to know what he has contributed on the floor of the House to the betterment of, let's say, the people of township.
Very little. I happen to have friends.
So that one now explains to you where the problem is. The problem is not really the money coming down, whether it's little or more, but it is, can these people adequately absorb this money for the betterment of the people? Because there are some counties where money was released, then it was taken back to the treasury.
Yeah.
Because you see, obviously, they have to put in checks and balances. They don't just give you money wholesale.
Yeah.
Money is sent to the county's account, but money is only released with due process.
So as the least devolved unit that has access to mwananchi in terms of service delivery and representation, what are your 2 cents about our let's speak about where we are. I believe you're part of this, right? Hamuli and Chwele.
No. Me, I stay in Mashambani. Yes. So I've been voting at Mhaweli.
Yes.
But incidentally, now that you've asked me,
yes, are you Halabama township?
I moved my vote to township, Moi primary,
yes,
because of my friend, Andre Nawata. Do you know Nawata, Andre?
This name sounds familiar, but I don't think I know him.
No, he there's a time he showed interest. He said, "Now I think I can vie for this position of MCA township." I was like, "Why not?"
Yeah.
The bar has been set so low.
Yes.
That's why you see every Tom, Dick and Harry thinks they can vie for the position of MCA.
Yes.
It's open season.
Yeah.
Anybody that, so long as you just leave the door of your house, once you're out there and you've greeted 1 or 2 people, now you think you're a politician.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the sorry state of our politics.
So township, how do you think the state of township looks like? And right now, as we're heading into 2027, who do you think is likely to be our member of county assembly for township or Halaba? Because these two
Halaba already from what I hear on the ground,
yes,
people are dissatisfied with Cornelius.
Yeah.
It seems it's what he's doing right now. Like the other day, I was told there was a caterpillar around. There's a lane that passes through Mija. You can imagine this late. in the day is when somebody comes around with a caterpillar pretending to.
That's Sunday, actually. I was passing by last Sunday.
And even the same with my friend, the senator of the county.
Yes.
Wakoli.
Yes.
All this noise that he's making at the moment is too little, too late.
Yeah.
And I wish him well, but we can see through.
Yeah. You can see through the BS, huh?
Because for me, as a sports person, I like playing basketball. Wakoli is also a basketballer. We had expected much from him.
Yeah.
But we are disappointed, to say the least.
What did you expect of Mr. Wakoli? Let me play the devil's advocate on this one. What
we expected more. Because all this noise we're hearing is just, why couldn't he start? You should have started making those kinds of noises, mapema. Yeah.
So you're saying
maybe things would have turned out differently.
So you're saying in terms of the oversight role that he's supposed to have performed, he's starting to create an impression of doing it a bit late in the game.
Yeah, very late, sorry. Yeah.
You can also just push your microphone closer to you a little bit. Yeah, okay.
I think, like, can you imagine our stadium in Kandui?
Yes.
Ever since we hosted Madaraka, that is almost 2 years ago.
Yes.
Nothing much has happened. And then
don't get me started.
What you're being told is what is purposely a sports infrastructure is now being turned into offices.
Yes.
Where sports people are being denied entry for bureaucrats.
I hear there's some offices that were moved there.
No, they're offices.
Yeah, county offices that were moved there.
That gives you a pointer to how we get our priorities.
And this is something you would have expected the senator to point out the very first.
I mean, Kandui is not in Loahaha. Kandui is in Kandui, the stadium.
Yes.
I'm sure whenever he comes from Nairobi, he has to pass through there.
It's at the nerve of the town.
I mean, it's something for us as basketballers and the rest of the sports fraternity, whether you're a volleyballer or footballer, you'll have thought after hosting the national celebration, by now we'll be having facilities for all these disciplines, whether it's volleyball, whether it's hockey, even a swimming pool.
Yeah.
But what do you see? It was only the other day that I think officials from the State Department of Sports were here.
Yeah.
Somebody decided just to go and mow the place to make it look presentable.
Yes.
So if you are to define where we are as a county, just use that stadium as an example.
Yeah, and a bunch of other things as well, in terms of infrastructurally, where Wangamati left is literally where we are, honestly.
So when you say about township, what I can say is citizens, the people of Bungoma, the people of township, should be hands-on in terms of the politics of your ward, of your constituency. You can't just be far removed from the politics, your area politics, then you're always complaining. Demand for services, demand for accountability.
Mr Chongoi Marumbu, you are when kijana ya town. When kijana ya town,
when kijana ushago.
When kijana ya town, you have a good second name. You are very articulate. You are very educated. You can speak the local dialect.
Not very well, but I can.
In passing, unaweza sema musangalire pale Chepkubena ipite. What is stopping you from wearing the yellow jersey and going for township or Kalaba or whichever?
To be honest, I'm not cut out for this kind of politics.
All right.
Mine is, you can call me just an analyst.
You commentate.
I just commentate on politics.
From the sidelines. But now you see, by doing so, you're letting us be led by the likes of Jeremiah, who are, for lack of a nicer word to say, man, leading us to the shitters, man.
But you see the dynamics of politics. You know, when you're out here, you might think that terrain is very simple. That you'll go and have these high-sounding ideals and address people and tell them this. They don't listen to that.
You could try, though.
I really don't. I don't know. Might be. Then the problem is, politics, you just really need to have money. And
that's where your second name comes in.
Yeah, no. Money that you don't borrow.
Yes.
Or money that you can solicit from your voters.
Yeah.
That is the money that you can operate with. And when you get into office, you're not tied behind your back by people who sponsored you.
From the way I've been seeing township people operate,
Yeah.
Who was there before Jeremiah?
Maguda. And he was there for a good almost 20 years.
Yeah. So the way for the period I've been in Bungoma and the way I've been seeing township people operate, most bulk of which are cosmopolitan and they are not really locals per se, majority. I don't think you need much from them in terms of putting up a campaign. I'm not just speaking like if you wanted, like just generally speaking. I was even speaking the other day to a bunch of tailors who go Sokoni because I have a business interest that targets them.
I know.
We were talking politics a little bit.
Yeah.
And they were telling me, this guy, we are firing him. We propelled him. We actually contributed to his campaign. And now we're going to give someone else, just anyone else but him. He has not represented our interest in any way.
No, he was at his wit's end.
And na huyo alitoka, nickname yake ni Makabichi. Like, alitoka hapo kwa sokoni kwa Makabichi.
You know, he's a hawker.
So if his constituents feel not represented well by them, wale watu walikuwa nao sokoni, they feel like, the nigga is not doing shit, man. So then who has he served? Really?
Yeah. No, township, you really need to know the demographic properly.
Okay.
Because there are all these interested groups that you really need to talk to. And to get a good pointer is, even you can go to Tim Wanyonyi's timeline and see how he meets people. Those are those interest groups.
Yes.
Like in township, we have our Muslim brothers. We have a good constituency. Our Luo brothers are also there. We have the Asian community.
Yes.
We have a few Arabs. There are all these constituencies that you have. We have these small-scale traders, the ones who propel Makabichi into office.
Yes.
So you have to identify these groups and talk to them.
Yeah.
And listen to them. And create a rapport with them for you to stand a chance.
Yes.
And if you don't know the language, if you don't know how to get to their hearts, it will be a waste of time. You just don't go there sounding very eloquent. They will not hear that. Yeah. So that's the problem.
Yes.
So I don't know. There's Makabichi. I've not been very keen on who else wants to vie, but it's an open seat.
Open seat.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's dial it up a little bit. Let's tuguzie kidogo the member of parliament seat. What's the charter now that you're mostly about commentary? And how is Makali doing?
Makali,
I speak for Kandui mostly because we are in Kandui.
Makali is also a family friend.
Yes.
He's a personality.
Make family reunion spicy. Come on, brother, let's do it.
What I know is the former, what do you call him? He was the CS of Trade in Wangamati. CS of Roads and Public, Collins Muhongo.
Yes.
I think he's also shown interest, though I don't know where he stands at the moment. I think there is somebody else. But for me, if it's voting, well, I'll vote for Makali.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a decent fellow.
Yeah.
I know people like rubber rousers like Waluke, but for me, I think Makali is okay.
Just family alliances aside, how is he in terms of delivery for the people, constituents of Kandui? Because he's being faulted especially for the relinquishing the level 4, the level, was it 5, being 6, taken to Sichei.
Level
6 years to Sichei. He said nothing about it.
No,
Tried to, but
there's nothing
recanted
much,
his
there's
position.
Nothing much he could have done about the whole story.
Yes.
That one, that decision was in the speaker's lower drawer.
Yes.
So he was the one who signed it off there.
Yes.
I think how Kenya Kwanza government, it's a coalition party.
Yes.
It's a coalition
government.
Yeah. So the approach is this: the president is the one who signs off a major project like that one, because I'm told we're getting a loan from, is it African Development Bank?
Yes.
To the tune of about 8-point-something billion. That is quite a bit of money.
Yes.
So the president has to have a say. But again, he knows him being in power, it's because of a coalition of parties. And when it's in Bungoma, he'll want to call the Speaker of the National Assembly.
His point person.
Not really his point person. His partner in the coalition. And get what he has to say.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, Makali does not have that kind of proximity to the president to influence that kind of decision. Yes. So, I'm sure Weta just told the president that no, let's take it to Che. He can give any reason. Even me, I can be for or against, depending on where you stand.
Yes.
Bungoma is already congested. Bungoma is poorly planned. Because if you put up such an hospital, where's room for expansion? Yes, I'm told that the airstrip is about 20-something acres. But you run into constraints. If you have a blueprint of, let's say, 30 years, you cannot feed the infrastructure properly. You'll be constrained because the airstrip is here, the government quarters are here, the main road is here, there are private properties, so you're just sandwiched in between. And it doesn't matter whether that land belonged to, I don't know, Weta or Wambilianga.
Kind of does, man.
Well, I'm not privy to that information.
Yeah, like the charter. The charter is that the land kind of belonged to him, so now you have to sell. You have to do that business.
You inflate the price.
Yes, so you see that really matters in terms of where public money is involved.
Be that as it may.
Yes.
In the spirit of devolving. Yes. Because now
I know that's the point people hanging on.
Why not send that hospital there so that you can plan for infrastructure better, land is cheaply acquired, and you can have all these amenities that will complement the hospital. That's just my thinking.
Yes.
And on the flip side, yes, you might say you'll have brought it here in town because there's already available. You wouldn't need to do much, but give or take, you decide where to put your cards.
I think the criticism towards Honorable Makali is that for all it's worth, should have just said something about it. Yes.
He tried.
I know he was called to order, but the rallying call is we didn't not Nani elected you to parliament. You represent the people of Kandui. Yes, you are on his party, but the people of Kandui, whom you represent the interests of, you did not in this matter. And they prefer. If you've seen the chat around it, people around here, some of these leaders within this region, the other region leaders, when you mention interest groups,
everybody has an interest.
Yes.
When somebody says, somebody takes a position, you have to look behind and see why is he insisting on this position. So we are all interested parties. And Bungoma, if there's a danger of confining your radius to think Bungoma is township. We are at the edge. If you were to draw the map of Bungoma County, it's like what's the capital city of DRC Congo?
Bujumbura? I don't know.
No, Bujumbura is Burundi.
Sorry, I don't know. Kinshasa, yes.
Kinshasa, you're told, is 2,000 kilometers from Goma.
Okay.
As an administrative unit of the government, how do you administrate over territory? And that's why you're seeing all this trouble with M23.
Oh, because the administrative area and any capital is
so I'm just
far.
Saying,
yes.
There's a whole expanse of Bungoma all the way to Tongareni.
Yes.
This is at the edge. That's why when you leave Muskoma as you head to Mumias, you don't take long before you get
to Kakamega.
Do you want to tell me Bungoma is that small?
No. We could go back and forth on that argument.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
you can.
But just to push a little bit even further, you see, for the other regions, you could create dispensaries that feed into the big hospital, equip them, make them really viable, because most of them don't have medicine, they don't have personnel. So why go build something from scratch over there while you could improve on this one and improve on service delivery fully? You know, you have something that you have a working blueprint and you're going to like ground break elsewhere. That is the counter argument. It does not look really nice on paper.
So why we're having all this conversation even out there is because public participation didn't really happen. If it did, some of us were not aware of it.
Because in the initial announcement, even third in command did himself. It's actually captured on record. He said here, itakuwa hapa. And then shortly afterwards,
because I didn't hear of it.
He was
the next time I heard was that it has been taken to Sche.
Yes, now mambo ikachemka. Then now everyone was up in arms.
Now that one brings us back to governance.
Yes.
So such priority projects should be taken to the people for proper participation.
You see how when we moved the airstrip to Matulo, I don't think anyone was really having a big problem with it. Because it makes sense. This is almost like a residential area, and these planes coming in, going out is not really good for the neighbors. So no one is up in arms about that because it kind of makes sense. But now when you make such an antecedent move, it always now begs a lot of questions like why? What is your interest in this?
But I don't think it's a done deal.
Yes.
But on a scale of 10, probably we are at 8.
Yeah, you see, man. So the other side of the scale.
So cut Honorable Makali some slack.
Yes, on that one.
Yeah, there's nothing much he could have done.
That road. He also has a road that is giving him nightmares.
You should also learn somebody's character. You know, he's well learned, he's a lawyer.
Yes.
But there's a way he tackles issues.
Yes. Amiable guy.
Yeah, very amiable.
Yes. So there is there's that road as well that is also up in his alley and it's causing him a lot of nightmares. If he does not do it, the Sangalo, Dorofu, with that road going down there.
I think the problem with that road is the allocation.
Yes.
You see the way the budget was run? Money comes from government and it has to come through a budget proposal. So if you go through the budget and there's no allocation of money for a particular road.
Why was it started?
I mean, you dangle a carrot kidogo. That's what politics is all about.
Look at the state in which it is.
Hopefully.
It's going to cause him a lot of problems.
I've not really dug deep to know whether there was a fund for that project. You know, at times, money is put in account for that particular road. And maybe the contractor is greedy. He wants to do a bit of this, run to another one. So you don't know the particulars on why that road is
to cut him some slack. I saw him when he was supporting the 2026-2027 budget. I saw him say, "Bwana, kuna barabara huku kwangu bwana." Fanyile kitu tafadhali bwana. So allocations, please.
For anybody who is concerned about that road, it should go into the budget. Yeah, because those are public documents. You have a right to request for the documentation of the budget and sift through and see whether there's allocation for that particular road.
If he does not make that road, he's in trouble. I've been seeing the chatter around that road. Mbaya sana.
No, I think he's addressing himself to that issue because as a politician, you should have your ears on the ground. If the vibrations are higher on that item, then that is where you concentrate.
Yes, that item is going to cost him a lot of nightmares if he does not address it. Because that's the one single visible item that people can see that even
Kandui Stadium falls under his docket, his area of jurisdiction. So there are so many other things.
Yes, the Kandui Stadium. And as well, the Siche issue we've been discussing. And then, is lawyer still in his purview as well?
Bukembe West, I think. Zoe is in Bukembe West.
Bukembe West, huh?
So, Bukembe West...
That's a ward around constituency.
That should be a ward, eh? Kandui goes up to Bukembe, right?
Yes.
I don't know the administrative boundaries, but I think it goes almost to that area.
We should fact check, director.
But I don't see...
check for us if Nzoia falls in Nini as we proceed.
I don't think there's anybody who, unless somebody comes up, if it's Collins Muhongo, I don't think he can beat Makali.
Okay. There is Wepokolu, then this young guy, this former NTV guy who looks like, I don't know, amekota pesa.
Who's that?
Zaki Sumasame.
No. Those are fellows that we really need to look behind and get to know exactly what they're all about.
Yeah.
You don't just materialize.
Toboa. What do you mean?
No,
sir?
I know. 1 + 1 should give you 2.
Yes.
So if 1 + 1 gives you 3,
yes,
you have to have question marks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for real.
Stop speaking figuratively.
I don't have the facts.
Okay.
But the picture doesn't look, it's distorted.
Okay.
Yeah. What
now,
does he want to become?
MP. He used to be member of parliament. So?
Yes, it's in Kangoi constituency.
Nzoia Sugar?
Yes, Nzoia.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, Nzoia is also another bone of contention.
Yes.
It has been inaitwa Donda Sugu.
Donda Sugu kabisa, the way the privatization mechanism, no public participation,
but we are told that you remember when the president talked about Mambo ni Matatu.
Yes.
He actually solved there were cartels which were, I think, trying to strangle the sugar sector.
Okay.
So that bit was ironed out. What is still out there is whether the former employees were paid, whether farmers have been paid adequately, whether, let's say, Nzoia is working, is it crashing cane, is there cane in the nucleus, all those things need to be...
starting to... a bunch of people are happy now, ish.
Because that's the surface. Sugar as a sector is humongous, and there are political families which have interests in sugar. So what we see here being presented in front of our eyes is not the true picture of what is happening.
Yeah.
The whole thing might have been sold. Not to Rai, but to some figures behind the
special interest
groups. Yeah, those people who have companies behind companies and
shell
companies.
Yes.
So you really need to have the eye to sift through, the whole.
All right. Be as it may, let's let Makali rest.
Yeah.
He has a lot of battles to fight. I wish him all the best. When he comes here, I can ask him these questions in person so that we see on which side of the divide he defends himself. Because these are questions that I'd have to ask. I sweat. I just have to ask him.
Try and get him on.
Yeah.
Try and get him on.
Yes. The governor. It's one area I see you writing a lot about. You poll. You even poll yourself as an independent pollster of sorts. I see you even coming up with some sort of polling
to rattle people.
Yeah. I've been seeing you.
When you're hunting
consistently.
when you're hunting for a hare, it will be in the thicket.
Yes.
So you need to.
Unatingiza huko, unajitenga huko.
So the gubernatorial race, initially, I think Didymus, because he started quite early.
Initially?
Initially, it was Didymus who was on pole position.
The front runner, yes.
Yeah, you remember the time when it almost looked like Wetangula had endorsed Didymus.
Yes.
By then, you could say, this guy... Imeenda. And by then, I could realize that Wangamati was not really pulling any moves.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first term when Wangamati vied to be a governor, he sustained a campaign for almost, I don't know whether it was 2 or 3 months. It was every day you could see his vehicles out. And he romped into office, though Ford Kenya support was there. It was like the race was just left to Didymus. The arena was just his to hawk. Because you would expect that Wangamati was also there to also, at least divide the attention. But it looked like it was Didymus. Yeah. So what complicated any arithmetic that Wangamati could have had was the entrance of Tim Wanyonyi.
Yes.
So initially, people were getting used to this new entrant into the race. There were all these rumors flying that, this is somebody who was being brought in by the brother to keep the leadership into the family. So there are all these stories running around, and people could really not put heads or tails on who really Tim was. But as time has gone, he has kind of really solidified himself in the race and has actually eclipsed Didymus.
You think?
I think so.
Okay. Based on?
Based on his grassroots operations,
okay,
and the way he's meeting people. He's not somebody who will find on the rooftops, making all those proclamations. And, Didymus is almost like a comedian.
Yeah.
So he has a way of pulling crowds. So you don't know whether these are real voters who prefer Didymus because of what he can do or because of the theatrics.
Yes. Well, therefore.
So at the moment, I feel Tim is on pole position. But if you are to ask me, I really want to know on which party is going to vie. Because personally, if it's ODM, I'd rather even vote for Wangamati if he's going to be in the race. So I'm curious. I'm just waiting because he's buying time.
So currently, as is your preferred gubernatorial candidate is Tim, if we were to go to the polls right now.
You see, this governorship is a bit problematic. And that's why I'm saying, if people, I don't know, this one is a bit controversial. If people could accept Ford Kenya as a political vehicle,
yes,
not something when you say Ford Kenya, what you see is the speaker, Moses Masika Wetangula, then Tim should have just vied on Ford Kenya. But now he pronounced himself on media that he'll vie on any other party ticket apart from Ford Kenya.
Yes, it's on record.
That one I feel he made a mistake. He shouldn't have said that because he was trying to talk to a certain. He was trying to pass a certain message to people. Because I think from his advisors, he was told, no, Ford Kenya cannot work in Mukoma.
Yes.
So by pronouncing himself to that effect, I don't know, he might have had his own calculation, but I feel it was not good for him to say that.
I think he's actually spot on that. To that.
No, yeah, for me, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You might think he had a point.
Yeah, he had a point.
But you see, I still stick to the fact that a party is not the problem. You people can get into that party and change it to be a party that you so wish
it to be.
So for Tim, I'm still waiting.
Okay.
The likes of Kinanjalele who run around, those are malls, those are ODM malls.
Jalal Eric.
Yeah, he should denounce his membership in ODM. These are just malls running around, standing behind the governor. I don't know, he's positioning himself for what. Where does he stand? These are the characters who might make some of us a bit suspicious.
But I would call Njalale like a surrogate, the people, the amplifiers, the people who amplify whatever message or whatever
stand interests
team is
in the heart of hearts. Who is Njalale? Okay, well, you're making him a point of discussion, but I'm just using him as an example.
Yes.
Where does he stand? Because when you come here and say parties don't matter, are you being honest?
No.
Parties do matter.
They do matter. A lot.
If we use Busia, let's go to Busia. Busia has a problem right now, politically speaking.
How do you mean?
No, just try and get the news that is coming out of Busia. Why is the governor under siege?
What has Otoma done?
Yeah, no, I'll leave it to you. I'm sure there's a way you can assess a situation and know where the problem lies. I'm just saying, I'm using Busia to say parties really matter.
Yeah.
So, Tim has to declare early enough on which party.
If you are betting, man, well, on which party do you think he's gonna?
Maybe DAP Kenya.
Maybe DAP.
Or maybe an independent, I don't know. But ODM, that one does. ODM cannot work in Mukoma.
So yeah, DAP looks like it could.
But again, you see, DAP Kenya, you see, the guy who's parading himself as a party leader, Honorable Eugene Wangmalwa.
Yes.
Maybe the certificate is in Ichaweri. Under lock and key.
Yes.
Eugene has to go to Uhuru Kenyatta and tell him, unajua tusaidie finances. Again,
you're wildly
parties,
you're wildly. Yes.
Parties really matter.
Yes.
So, a position like Governor of Bungoma is quite a big position.
Yes.
And it is in the interest of the people of Bungoma to know under which party the governor is going to fire on. Whether it be, somebody like Didimas, we know is UDA. Wangamati, if he's ever going to vie again for position of governor, there might be need to, I don't know whether he'll come in as an independent or they can craft, I don't know which party.
As it is, I hear Wangamati is a UDA guy.
Well and good, it's a party also, but now...
Where he has to fight it out with now, what, Didimas?
It's hard. Didimas has already endeared himself to the president.
Yes, so much, yes.
Matters to do with ODM, with UDA,
yes.
You cannot beat Didimas. He'll get the first invitation for Wangamati.
Yes.
Yeah. And you see, Wangamati ran into trouble. You remember when he was appointed as the chairman of... he was quickly removed, I think.
The charter says points fingers to
Weta.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I don't have the facts.
Yeah.
So, but there are high chances that he could.
I would have thought that Wangamati, sorry to say this, would have taken advantage of the sympathy that would have emanated from the demise of his old man and used it to catapult himself in some sort of way. It kind of did. It gave him some boost here and there, but I didn't see him take advantage of it.
Yeah. It was unfortunately. Let me also check this opportunity to send my condolences to Wangamati.
Yeah.
For losing his father. That's why he was told, let him not do politics during that period of mourning. It's not fair to... Yeah, it's good. It presented an opportunity for him to meet delegations and, those activities there really put him center stage in terms of media consumption. But he could not politic.
He does not have to himself.
Yeah.
That's why you employ the cat's paw, you use your surrogates proper.
But I don't know why he does. He can just swallow humble pie and vie as a senator.
Everyone is trying to employ him to do that.
He seems
it's open season over there.
He seems hell-bent. He feels like his position is governor.
Well, the people kind of, some are very huge constituent, especially this section of Bungoma.
Yeah.
Is it south? Huku township na huku Kandui constituency?
Yeah, I think this is Bungoma South. Bumula and Kandui is south.
Yes.
Central is, I think, Chwele.
Bungoma East. He has a very solid block over here because bulk of his record is actually...
No, I think if you can capture Bumula and Kandui, at least your head is above water.
Yes.
So it's a matter of consolidating all these other areas.
Yes, and he's hoping that people can see the mistake they made. But then, unfortunately, the person they brought back, Mr. Governor Lusaka bwana, alikuja aka-throw down the whole narrative ya kurudisha mtu mwenye alikuwa before kafanya kaka mbaya sana.
Lusaka has been a huge disappointment.
Yes.
A huge disappointment.
He's just been lounging through his second term.
For him, I think he's just on autopilot.
Yes.
He cannot be offended. Him is just... He's a comedian.
I saw him take offense sometimes back with the senator.
He's practically doing stand-up comedy around the county.
Ouch.
He has done nothing.
Yes.
If you are to... Well, he's hyping national government projects.
Yes.
But what have you done as a governor?
Yes. Honestly.
So for him, so long as he's in good books...
Is there any flagship for anything the dude has done?
I don't know. I don't feel like there's anything he has done. He just wants to be in good books, and he's taking his claim on the president getting a second term. Then he positions himself somewhere. Then he's given something to do. After all, he has been a long-term civil servant.
Yes.
He has now done his second term as a governor. I think it's just good to go. Him, so long as he has his bottle of Black Label over there, is good.
Let's let the governor rest. Now, pale juu, kinyang'anyiro cha 2027 president, El Presidente.
I'm going for WSR.
Yeah, why, man? Why?
No, he's my guy.
Why? Why is he your guy?
Let me ask you, who is your presidential candidate?
Right
for
now?
Purposes of debate.
For purposes of debate?
Yeah.
Me, I cannot lie right now. Mimi saizi
No, I mean...
Sifichi saizi. Mi niko sifunated mbaya sana. Anyone who consumes this media of ours already knows. Out there, I might hold my tongue.
Yeah.
What are his chances?
Yeah.
Right now, I don't think there's a more favorite candidate right now.
Okay, what is his base that will catapult him into the presidency?
Are you talking about...
Let me say, for example, Gachagua has retreated back to the mountain, right?
Yes.
Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka is basing his support primarily on the Kamba diaspora. And who else is there? Matiang'i probably is basing his support on Uhuru Kenyatta.
And Kisii.
Kisii,
he has turned a lot.
The numbers are negligible.
No, they have quite a number there, and he's banking on it.
Okay. What is this constituent that will propel Sifuna into the presidency? Can you just give me, so that I know what to respond to? Because you're just giving me a name.
The Kenyan.
So I don't know whether it's
the Kenyan constituent.
The Kenyan constituency.
Yes. The rest.
Is there any
Kenyan.
Such thing?
We want it to be.
Then it will be new. And then
want it to be so.
I'm on the lookout. I'm just. But for me, I'll just vote for President William Ruto.
Because right now, I think Sifuna is the only politician right now, of course, with the whole faction, because they come as a package of sorts.
Which faction?
The faction, the
Linda Mwananchi.
The Linda Mwananchi.
Is that a party, a movement?
Relax. I know you're pulling your shots, bro. Relax.
It's okay.
It will be made clear to you
in good time.
Yes, in good time.
After the sword has been handed over.
Yes. Too late. Relax. So these are the only, and let's just say Sifuna is the only candidate right now in the united opposition. The president, he does his own tricks and games. He can do this and that to create a buzz and look like, the state machinery comes with him. So of course there's gonna be crowds, even the curious onlookers. When the president comes through, it creates a lot of buzz. But right now, other than the president, the only other person who can go, say, to Garissa, the only person who can go to any part of this country, and people will leave whatever they're doing to go see or hear what he's saying, is Sifuna.
Granted, I agree.
So that level of excitement for someone as young as him, the alternative voice, the person who's carrying some sort of hope, people are actually just granting all their hopes in the imagination that Sifuna could actually be the guy who delivers a new Kenya.
Do you think Sifuna has an idea of how a government works?
I mean, he's been the gutter.
Statecraft.
He's been in the...
Dealing with cartels, the whole caboodle. Do you think he has the wherewithal to handle a presidency and safeguard it? Does he have this supporting system as a person? Yes, we might say the Kenyan constituency. But once he sits on power, is he able to give people marching orders without a pushback?
You see, the reason why the type of presidencies, the kind your candidate has, where
the president,
he's actually propelled by these cartels. No, they are the ones who fund you to eat. So you cannot fika pale and then you start saying, wale watu wenye mmeshika pale kwa nini inaitwaje Nairobi Sewerage and Company tokeni sasa. How will you do that and they're the ones who funded your campaign?
What I agree with Sifuna is that being the SG of the most dominant party over a period of time gave him valuable experience to critique government from the outside.
Yes.
But how will he operate from the inside? Does he know the workings of government?
Is it?
And where will the funding come? Is it going to set out a pay bill number or a number so that people send money?
This question of funding, you're sounding like Lusaka here.
No, let me sound like him, but I'm asking a legitimate question. Why are you running away from it?
No, I'm not running away.
Because this is a specific question.
Yes.
I'm asking you, where does it get the funding? Tell me if you're going to have a fundraising as people who support Sifuna. Where does he get the money from?
It is honestly, personally, the moment he put up that website of his, I was among the very first people to give my little coins.
So, let me take your answer to be that he's going to extend a ball to his constituency.
Which is, what did I say was? Kenya. The rest of it.
His supporters.
Yes. We're going to...
When is this supposed to happen?
Relax. And don't tell me that when the sword is being handed, no.
When are we having... Let's work with the timeline.
Yes.
When are the elections?
August next year.
How many months?
Almost what? 14? Thereabout, yes. So
has it been declared as the Linda Mwananchi's United presidential candidate?
No.
Not yet.
You see, this argument, I love it, and I actually keep hoping that you guys keep having this argument as we lead you astray as much as possible.
No
keep saying, it's just could be Gachagua or Gachagua Nini.
Gachagua cannot. He is properly impeached.
Right now as it is, yes.
He cannot even vie to be the chairman of a cattle dip. So that one is out of the question.
Someone was saying, actually, that's not a bad thing for the... Anyway, I digress.
But it's a good rabble-rouser.
Yes, it's a good rabble-rouser.
Keeping the government in check, that one we give him.
Yes.
But seeing his face on the ballot...
That's not going to happen.
That one is not going to happen, yeah.
Actually, that's not even a subject of conversation here. So back to the Sifuna factor.
Okay.
I actually love it when he's actually an issue, a thorny issue, and yet he has not even declared anything. He has not said it outright that I want this. But at the same time, he has not said that I do not want it. No. And yet he knows there are mechanizations, there are things that needs to be cleared, things have to be aligned here and there. Give it until, say, December of this year. Let's see how the formations will look like. Because right now, some have to fall off the wagon, some have to join the wagon, and watch ile kengele, how people are racing and it's almost like the last 2 laps or the last lap and then that bell rings.
Yeah.
Let that bell ring. At that side of yours, I know some people who've been speaking like this. They'll now take the microphone and speak properly.
What I can tell you is the excitement is there. The euphoria is there. That one cannot be denied.
Yes.
But it's there. But when the rubber meets the road, that's when now there are no pretensions now. Can you imagine it's a brick and mortar thing.
Yes. Can you imagine a debate between Senator Sifuna and your candidate?
Don't think President Ruto is very sharp. Very sharp.
Visualize it.
Don't forget that he goes around.
Facts and figures and eloquence.
He has been in Europe.
Yes.
What better place than... And he has been addressing Europeans. And those are people who you just don't go and start gossiping.
ChatGPT, bro.
No. President William Ruto can hold his own.
Yes.
On a debate with Sifuna. Sifuna...
Oh, that would be a beautiful thing to see.
Sifuna is intelligent, he's sharp.
Yes.
But he's overexcited.
You need to be passionate, man.
Yeah, you need to be passionate, but you also need to be measured.
Which case and point?
Now you have to tell me, President Ruto, for all the years that he has been in politics, do you think he's a novice?
No, he's not.
Is it just by chance that he keeps on escalating his politics?
No. So
I don't think he's a fool.
No, he's not a fool.
Yeah, on a podium, they'll go toe to toe with Sifuna.
Unlikely, but he's not a fool.
No, we're talking about...
It's just that...
Not sound bites.
Yes.
But we're talking about
addressing
issues.
Just unpacking, debunking issues.
That is the thing.
Yes. Yeah. Where things are actually fact-checked.
Because
Ruto, fact-checked.
Yeah, Ruto is a heavy consumer of data.
Yeah.
You're told that, yes, Moi, there's a time they used to say that Moi used to wake up even earlier than his security. Ruto is 10 times Moi.
Wow.
Ruto has been to every ward around the country. Every ward. Ruto has come to Netima here on your way to Malakisi. He has stood there and addressed people. Ruto knows the logistics involved. Ruto knows what to say where. That's why you see him when he goes to Garatsen, he almost talks like a Pokomo. Can Sifuna do that? No, for excitement. Voters, you also have to excite them and get to their
But
hearts.
you can pick this jargon and a few minutes before you go to the podium. Bro, Paul, come
No, it's
you know
true.
this.
It's true.
Musanga cannot sound that hard to say.
Let me agree. Sifuna, for me, Sifuna is our kinsman.
Yes.
Sifuna is somebody that I think is built for the future. And the future here, I say, is 2032.
Come on, bro.
Seriously. That is when he wouldn't need all these groupings of Linda Mwanainchi, sijui what. It will be him and him alone.
Come on. Brother is right.
God willing, I hope we'll be here after 2027 when now WSR is back into power.
Yes.
And then maybe hopefully after 5 years. So that is when Sifuna, what I feel is Sifuna is running the risk of finding himself on high ground. Because I don't know whether he has vacated his position as Senator of Nairobi.
No, he has not. He is actually serving very well as
as in his mind. I mean, if he projects into the future, has he become too big for the position of Senator? Why? Now, is that a concept people who support Sifuna are using? Why is it that you're afraid to discuss issues that you just need a yes or no answer?
No, it's not. You see, you want to be shown where to attack, and you're being told, calm down.
People are already angling for his position. And he's keeping his people second guessing. They don't know whether he's still coming back for the position of Senate.
Game feature game, bro. Keep them guessing until when the time is right. That is the only strategy, especially when you have a contender on the other side in the fashion of WSR. He is not someone you give your game.
So let me assume. Let me assume you don't want to pronounce yourself on the issue. You have not answered me adequately.
Ask again. Maybe I'll answer you this time. And I'm not Sifuna.
Has he vacated? Right now, he's a substantive Senator of Nairobi.
Yes, for sure.
Has he now projected his mind that now he has left office? It doesn't matter whether it's Jalango or whoever is angling for that position. He is free to vie for that position.
The funny thing, yes, maybe you're just pushing me to know how I feel about whether he's going to leave his senatorial bid.
That's exactly what I'm asking.
But you see, there are mechanizations in place. You see, you cannot. He wants this presidency thing. I don't think hata mwenyewe alikuwa amepanga that anataka kuwa president. This thing, the way it moved, ilisonga mbio kidogo kuliko venye alikuwa amepanga. And now he's just taking in the moment kidogo, afanye head count, afanye ajue kama ni hii ama nitakuwa deputize mtu ama like which side of the bread should I batter.
When I look at the United Opposition, the Linda Mwanainchi Brigade, the only person who's prepared both psychologically and probably even financially, is Kalonzo Musyoka. The only person who has the papers ready. If IBC was to set up shop at KICC.
Bwana Ruto will have Kalonzo.
He'll have... No, I'm just telling you, it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about whether he'll win or not. I'm just saying the person who's well prepared.
And we also have to be realistic from this other end. As a candidate,
don't get stuck on Sifuna, because if you're going to have to talk concessions from this group, you don't come with a fixed mind.
It's not even my place to have any fixed mind, really.
No, you're already fixed, because I just threw a red herring in Kalonzo, and you came out guns blazing. So I'm wondering why. Don't you think Kalonzo can also be a presidential candidate?
Totally, man. He can be. And Kalonzo, man, personally, I'd rather even a Rivayala friend be the president than Kalonzo, because I need me someone with a bit of bruteness. This thing requires... You asked about cartels, and I want someone, a strong man, energy kidogo.
Sifuna has the youthful exuberance. Sifuna is sharp. Sifuna might know what to say, but he's not properly cooked. for that seat.
He's just cooked rightly, man. Yeah.
Bado,
we are even equating him to Obama, man.
Let him stew. Let him stew up.
Marinate a little bit, right?
Yeah, let him stew up.
You're all afraid by the way. Do you know this 2032 conversation? This 2032 conversation is that Sifuna is not ready, hajaiva vizuri, maybe aende second term akae tu pale. These are people who do not want to face Sifuna on the ballot. I know for sure.
No, I'm just trying to be pragmatic. Me, I don't like getting excited.
This pragmatism is actually
Joel,
hinged on fear-mongering.
I'm old enough to understand that excitement. I've been through quite a few changes in our body politic. And I've seen what excitement does. There are all these eras where there have been so catchy slogans. Catchy, very catchy.
The last excitement actually changed governance, man. The yote yawezekana excitement. That's the last time we had actually a major shift in excitement, kabisa. These other ones were more like transition of sorts to just normal from left pocket to right pocket.
A case of musical chairs. The change that Kenyans want is more fundamental. Not just
and
politicians.
It's a
the
journey.
only change that was there actually is devolution. That one I agree. But in terms of the country changing its ways, it has remained basically the same.
I'm lucky that I was actually situationally aware around the 2002 elections. I'm very lucky. I don't know, maybe these young ones might not know. But you're talking about a time when citizens were arresting policemen for taking many bribes. That is the type of
excitement.
Not
disputing that.
That's the type of excitement that people hoped that this government will uphold. But now, you see, when the Mount Kenya mafia sat our boy down and told him, amechukua hii kitu, maangusha hii ndovu, sasa tuendelee tukula vile tumekuwa tukikula. That's now when things went south. They had an amazing cabinet and things were running well.
You see,
until they were not.
Joel, if Kenyans want change, what we're having here does not bring that kind of change. There are only two ways to institute change in a governance system. It's either through a revolution or it has to be transitional through these kind of things, elections every 5 years.
Slow.
Yeah. There are no other ways. Because if what Kenyans want is an end of cartels, these people cannot be run out of town through a ballot.
Mambo ni matatu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those cartels move from one government to the next because they know the underlying factor that moves and shakes things around is money. So these are piecemeal changes, because even with devolution, we are still crying. If you go to these developed units, people are still, there are no drugs in hospitals, the roads are not being made. At times you can see even county staff are crying they've not been paid. So
in some especially.
So I think there are two things, permit me to say, two things that really hold us back. Corruption and tribalism. If we are not going to cure that disease, it doesn't matter the fractions you use, whether it's 2/1, Pythagoras, all those formulas will not work. So long as the basis of our political interaction is Gachagua ende Mulima, Weta kuje Bungoma kwa Bukusu, sijui nani Wajaluo wapigie huko, sijui Northeastern. Unfortunately, that is how we are. We are different communities within the confines of the Kenyan Republic. And it takes us back to how can we fashion this system of governance to properly articulate our needs? Because the moment today it's Gachagua, let's say even Gachagua became the president tomorrow, people will be on the streets.
God forbid.
People will be on the streets. If Bungoma, we could even elect, let's say even a Somali to be the MC of township, without really caring whether huyu ni Muslim ama huyu ni Somali but because of the deliverables, what he's capable of doing. What the people want is good roads, lighting, blah, blah, blah. That's the only way life will, because every tribe is everywhere. These days, Northeastern, you go there, you'll find every tribe there. Mombasa, cosmopolitan. Bungoma, So what we need is services, not now falling back to the tried and tested tribal arithmetic.
You speak well.
Sasa tutafanyaje? So for me, why I back President William Ruto is because assume you've gone to Ngong Racecourse. These are horses. People bet on horses. You don't bet on a horse because of the color, because of the stamina. You've assessed, you say, this is the horse.
Yeah.
You pick your money, go get a ticket, stake your claim. And not go because this horse has a lovely tail or this one looks like this. No. I'll ask around those jockeys.
Stats, yes.
Hey, which one is on fire? That one. It doesn't matter whether it has one eye. That is what I'm going to bet on. So I'm betting on William Ruto, not because he's an angel, but because he's a tried and tested.
And on that tried and tested, before I allow my director also to throw in his 2 cents, he has a microphone that he has not used.
That's
so the question I would want you to answer after he's chimed in is really, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think President William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza government has delivered on its promises to the Kenyan people? But before you do, my homie here, what do you think of the conversation we just had? Mr. Director, I told you, I mic'd you up na tumekulenga bana, pole bana.
I've enjoyed it so much.
Yes.
First of all, I really enjoyed the Pan-Africanist take.
Thank you.
That was very fresh. And some of the things that we discuss here sometimes, I would love to have a conversation with the Pan-Africanism
yes.
as a whole, just as an idea of people supporting just the Africanness. But my question, I'm so fascinated to find that I'm a SR supporter. I'm really curious. Is your support just coming, have you not found a reason to change your mind? That was what was going on in my head.
Yes.
Have you? Because
that's a good question.
I don't think people have found reasons to change their mind. But you seem to have been just on that streak.
No, let me use the example of our schools.
Yeah.
You're a parent, right?
Yes, I'm a parent.
You've seen all this unrest in schools. Children want to ban dormitories and whatnot. It's easy for you to criticize, let's say, the principal.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to criticize, let's say, the teachers. It's easy to apportion blame to somebody in authority. But if that seat was vacated and you're told to sit there, that's when you realize the gravity of the matter. So I'm saying this to say, yes, he might have not achieved much in the eyes of especially the opposition, but for some of us who support him, look at his presidency and his governance from a different perspective. There are some deliverables that even the people who oppose him must accept.
Okay, I'm so curious.
If you say it's like you have to say he has done nothing.
No, the deliverables. Because I would imagine...
What will be his wins? If you're just top of your mind, man.
Let me say agriculture, food security. Let me say security. In terms, Kenya is safe. You've never had Al-Shabaab anywhere. We are safe. Talk about affordable housing, which I feel it's a contentious issue, but I feel, why can the government also assist people get decent, safe, and secure homes?
Housing.
Housing.
There's so many.
Because if I ask you, have you built a house for yourself?
Not yet.
It's very expensive, my brother. I can tell you to even try and put up a latrine, a pit latrine, and finish it properly. You'll struggle. But you'll need a house. Not tomorrow, now. You need your family to stay in your own house. You don't have to pay rent for the rest of your life. I'm just saying, and you see, people have been asking, why should the government force me or raid my payslip for a house that I wrote? Those are middle-class people. Those are people who are lucky enough to have their own houses. But the majority of Kenyans cannot afford to put up houses, majority of them.
But the criticism there is just number one. So this is not the number one issue you could have solved. Housing, is not the number one issue. The number one issue could have been education, could have been healthcare. No, we could have put effort there.
Yeah,
fast. Yeah.
Actually, when you're talking about education, even in this year's budget, 2026-27, the highest allocation of money has gone to education.
Right.
Yeah. The highest allocation of the national budget has gone to education. Mm-hmm. So what more?
No,
those are facts.
I don't want to feel like I'm debating. Because I feel like...
No, I'm just answering you because you brought up the issue of education, and I've told you in the current budget,
in the issues of priorities that Kenyans face as a whole, housing might not have been number one sticky issue to solve. Mm-hmm. And so I can hear the housing is expensive, but then there are also other issues that should have been number one. So the question that I asked you in the first place, because that's what came to top of my mind. Man, there's so many people, there are poor people, and there's more poor. Is there a bad way to say it? People who are underprivileged, let's use that word, are struggling to put a plate on their table. People who are living hand to mouth. People who are the hustle economy that WSR spoke to.
Rode on that way.
But then that's not what he's solving. And so that's really, it's a big criticism that I just wonder, don't you think, it should change?
You see, President Ruto cannot go second guessing himself. When he was campaigning, he had a manifesto.
Right.
And you see, when you campaign on a manifesto, and that manifesto carries you to the presidency, you need to implement it.
Yeah.
And President Ruto's manifesto, there were 5 pillars. Mm-hmm. That was housing, SMEs, small, micro, and medium-sized enterprises. There was health. Through SHA, he's trying to do something about it. What else? There were 5. I think I've forgotten something as... there are two other items. So what I'm telling you is he cannot second-guess himself. He has to go back to his manifesto and implement what he promised the people while campaigning.
Regardless of the real issues that we're facing.
Not. It's not like regardless, because agriculture is important. There's also this bit of the information on highways, the digital jobs and whatnot for the youth. Don't you think that is important? See, you're in the digital space.
Yes. But then I feel like some of those things are smokes and mirrors,
No, not really. These are brick and mortar issues. Health, chakula, food security. Tell me about food security. There was a time when maize, during President Uhuru's time, there was a time maize went up to 250.
Yes.
But maize has been stabilized between 100, at most it goes to 130 and back. So in terms of food security, he's really tried. 130.
Okay. Keep going.
So, yes, I really understand your fears and your questioning. But I feel the president had to fulfill his obligation to the people who elected him in power through his manifesto. There's no way he can say, okay, now, manifesto, no, he has to implement, because that is the same thing the voters are going to ask him. You promised us this and that. How comes you've not delivered? So he'd rather deliver on his manifesto than other things. At least he can play politics around it. Okay. So the question earlier you'd ask why I've not changed my mind is because I feel under the circumstances, President Ruto is really trying to the best of his ability. I don't know, somebody else might be better, but at this moment in time, like if you look at affordable housing, he's really tried. Whether people like it or not, if you take a case study of Mukuru Kayaba, is it Mukuru Njenga or one of those Mukurus? If you go there, you might think you're in the Bronx or Brooklyn.
Project.
Because families that used to live in squalor, where there is no proper drainage, there's no proper sewer, there's no houses don't have adequate access. Right now, kids who have been transported from the slums into proper apartment blocks with lifts. Look at that transformation. Don't you want to tell me that those families feel like they're already living in heaven?
I can understand for those families. I agree.
And those are Kenyans also. Unless we say no.
But then is it a national issue? Would it be like
housing is housing actually it's not even a national issue. Yeah. Housing is a human right.
It's a basic human right. Yes.
Housing is a human right. Security is also a right. Yeah. Because you don't want to stay somewhere where thugs just raid you.
Paul, are you aware of the pricing of those housing units?
Yeah, the price. I mean, there's nothing for free.
Yes.
You just tell me where in Bungoma.
Public land contributed money by the people, and yet the price still remains at a price tag of a bed sitter going for like 3 mic. Bruh.
You don't ask the government to do for you. You do for the government.
Come on.
That's it. I mean, government is the people. If people decide not to pay tax, then just forget about having a country.
Yes.
Yeah, just forget about
but
that.
Yes, the point was this: you've gotten this parcel of land which was there. You've not bought it. What drives the price of housing through the roof is usually land as a major factor. Yeah. And then number 2, you using resources aggregated by the people. Like collected using a levy that was levied upon the people to build these houses. So the only other component is maybe the material which you should be using your collective as a government to get at the cheapest possible price. Yeah. So how come again these houses are almost going at market rate? And then again, what's the merit? I wonder even if the people of Mukuru Kwanjenga really are the ones living in those houses, or they've just been bought by the bourgeoisie around who are now assimilating to them again.
I don't think so, because the modalities is one house, one ID. So there's no way you're going to get allocated a house. I don't know, you'll go looking for IDs from I don't know how many people.
No,
unless somebody has poked holes into that system. But the idea is you apply on your ID number. Okay. So they allocate according to ID number. So as Joel Mukoma, if you apply for a house, there's no way you're going to apply for another in any shape, form, or form. So those houses, when it comes to the pricing, well, I'm sure there are department heads who have done the homework. They know why they settled on that price. Because even if you look at this in copper phones, they entice you. They tell you, let's say you lose your smartphone, you don't have enough money to buy a new one. They'll tell you, this one is available so long as you give us
That's private.
Yeah, I'm just giving you context.
Yes.
This is a house which has already been built. And I've asked my brother whether he has ever built a house, and he said he hasn't. And I've told him it's quite a costly affair. The chances are so high that as we are seated here, none of us has built a proper home for themselves.
I kind of have some shanty.
Yeah, even me. I have something, but you see how you put it.
Yes, it's not something.
Okay, you could be building towards that goal.
Yes.
But
and it cost still, even the shanty cost me an arm and a leg. So I'm here wondering, and it was a 2-bedroom shanty that didn't clock 3 mic.
It's a home. Don't call it a shanty.
I'm trying to bring it down in terms of expectation. But then again, the issue here is how the amount of money that I spent only working on it as Joel, as an individual, not with no mass, resources that come in the form of a government. I was not able to spend nothing, maybe $1 million on that piece of house over time that I took to build it. So I'm just here wondering why would you price
you're lucky.
The things are priced?
You're just an exception to the rule.
No.
Majority of people. You can do that statistic. You can just gather people randomly, even outside here. Just gather 10 people, ask who umejenga nyumba. Majority have a semblance of shelter. It's not adequate. It's something that you're able just to scrape through and have something, a roof over your head. But if you have a safe, secure, and adequate housing,
it's not standalone, Paul. It's not a standalone house. Are you really?
No, I'm getting you.
Yes.
But they serve a purpose.
I know.
There are families which have relocated from the slums into a proper housing estate.
At 15,000 a month in terms of rental installment towards ownership.
But they're segmented. Remember that there's the low cost, there's the affordable, and there's the market. So it's for you to choose. If you feel you have the money, you go for the market. If you think you're somewhere in the middle, go for the affordable. If you think...
how much is the rent?
I don't have the figures, but they have been segmented. They're just alive to those...
because some of those figures are still not really up in the alley of these people.
If we fight like insurance money, you used to run a taxi. It's used to pay probably third party or is it comprehensive?
For some cars, comprehensive.
Did you ever go and complain that you've not pranked your car and you've not used your money?
Apples and oranges, Paul. Come on.
So there are certain systems where you it's not like you just have to be the beneficiary. You also have children. Hata kama utalipa paka mali fulani, you hand it over. I've seen your young boy over there and your young girl. Once you're old and you're about to exit, unawachia nyumba. What's the harm? Nairobi will be different, whether it's Nairobi, Kisumu, Busia, where you'll want to pick those affordable housing. You can transition them back to your kids. But we are so selfish as a society that it's like, what is it in it for me, and for me alone? Let's think about the greater good.
Let me make one more point on this. Let me try. So, you're in Mukuru kwa Kayaba. You're paying rent probably 1,500 shillings a month, right? Kemi imeenda sana, 1,500 shillings over some mabati structure that where you go, it's Kuala, right? And someone is telling you, there is this unit here, it has an elevator, nice compound, beautiful space.
Very secure.
It's nice.
Playgroup, buildings are there.
Yes.
Amenities.
Looks nice. On paper, yes, looks nice. But in as much as unataka, hata kama unatamani aje, tell me how you're going to suddenly be able to jump 10 for like pay the 10,000 installments. I'm at to say it's a 7,000. Let's bring it down to 5,000 shillings, because that's like 3 times what you're able to pay for in terms of rental. What has been done in the economy that allows you to be able to step up to be able to pay that installment towards ownership?
One thing I know with those people who live in most of those settlement areas around, those satellite slums around the city, they're not like poor per se. It's true. These are guys who filter into the city and work and they make money. Don't think people just sit there because they are destitute, they don't have money. These are just hustlers. They go into some of them go to Marikiti, some of them are hawkers. They make the money. So don't think Kenyans are not enterprising people. Somebody could be living in the slums, but they work some job somewhere and they're making money. So they're able to. We have seen Congolese immigrants. They live in Mukurus, where, but they end up in town playing music, making good money. Like they retreat back to those slums.
If I bring you back,
I know, but at the end of the day, you have a right to think the whole thing is a farce and maybe it's a burden to the Kenyan people. Sifuna can come and convert them into something else. It's well and good.
The deed is done, Bana. Come on.
No, see, government can institute policy to maybe change. You can give it to the armed forces.
Come on. Anyway, give your preferred candidate a scorecard, like one scale of 1 to 10, in terms of delivery. Where do you think he's failed and what can he do better? As we close this amazing conversation.
Let me say that if there's one president who has received massive opposition, it's President William Ruto. You can imagine being up against the whole brigade of the Linda Mwananchi.
Okay. Paul here, your namesake has a question.
Oh, okay.
But you'll have to shout, you're not mic'd.
No problem.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a songa wongele kwa hii.
Let me just turn it back here. Okay. So like most like in Asian countries, usually something known as putting somebody in a gray area where there's no evil, no there's no good. So I like to place William Ruto into a gray area. Every president had their own circumstance in their own time.
True.
what will make President William Ruto a lesser demon, in quotes, as compared to the presidents who are before him? What makes him seem better in his circumstances as compared to the presidents before him? What they faced and how they handled it?
Let me say, every president has been in power under very different circumstances from the next.
Yeah.
It's not like a one shoe size fits it all. Everybody has their unique circumstances that they've been dealing with.
For sure,
so
yes.
if you go back as far back as after independence, Jomo Kenyatta actually had a field day, because by then majority of Kenyans were still green. They really didn't know about governance.
They were not civically aware.
Yeah, we were just recently removed from colonialism. So a president like that one had it easy. And that's why he resorted to, going on a land grabbing spree.
Yes.
When Moi came into power, he also faced a different set of circumstances, which he dealt with. One among being the 82 coup. You see, that one is unique to him alone. It has not happened to Kibaki. It has not happened to... And vice versa, when I talk about Ruto, he also faced unrest of the June 24th Gen Z riots. So those are unique circumstances, but every president has had the chance to deal with those unique circumstances in his own way. I can't say one is better than the other, because unless the circumstances are same, then you can have maybe something to judge each against the other, but there were different circumstances. For Moi, that was a coup, a military coup, because these ones almost look like the same. They were trying to overthrow the government. For Ruto, was more of a Gen Z riot, Gen Z being something amorphous that we really don't know where it came from. But
come on, we know. Bro, we know where that came from.
So basically, that gray area you're talking about, I don't know what you really mean about it.
Maybe I can. Okay, gray area meaning that, like you've just said before, every president had their own
unique circumstances.
Now, in Ruto's circumstance, maybe the opposition,
or dealing with
his own challenges. If you compare them now to how he has handled it and how other presidents have handled it, because now let us look at, for example, terrorist attacks in Kenya. The presidents during those time and those periods handled it in their own way. And now we had even Ruto quoting terrorists, if you may say. How did he handle it in his own way? What I'm trying to say is, like, how did he juggle his presidency or his time that makes him better as compared to the others? Because giving him a second term requires you to compare. Requires you to look at his time and what he's doing better or worse for him to deserve a second seat.
I really don't know how to answer that question, but what I can say is, under his own circumstances, President Ruto, in terms of the people who are opposing his rule, is that he has been above average in trying to give as much as he's getting. So when you see somebody like Gachagua, who's the main proponent, the main opposition, after the late Raila Odinga, God rest his soul in peace, the only opposition figurehead who has really pushed the government is Gachagua. So if Gachagua has tried all the tricks in the books until, I think, if you were to talk to Gachagua today, he'll tell you now, I think he has used all the tricks. So in terms of how President Ruto has dealt with the opposition, I think he has been above average. And
what does that really mean, above average? In terms of...
For me, I'm biased. So
you biased, nigga.
I have to support my candidates.
So above average.
You see, when it comes to, let's say, the latest issue that was there, the fuel prices, when people were up in arms, there were government interventions that went into trying to stabilize the prices of fuel. And that's why you see in Kenya, you never saw... Have you ever seen a queue of motor vehicles in a petrol station?
Not yet.
But if you go to Ethiopia, cars were queuing. They've been queuing for fuel. If you go to Rwanda and Uganda, those ones who didn't want to put any subsidies, there's a time when people are saying, oh, fuel is cheaper in Uganda. But it's because the government there was hedging against a supply that they have not secured. But Kenya, the president had an intervention into the whole thing. So to quiet down the noise, he had to remove excise duty, I think, on petroleum products from 16% to 8%. But still, energy prices are not controlled within the country or the Republic of Kenya. Or the president cannot control those prices. Those are external shocks where the international oil marketers are the ones who have the last say because of that energy disruptions around the country. But you see, Kenya, the president has really tried to the extent that Kenya has had adequate supply of fuel products. And we have never seen a point where you've gone to a filling station and there's no fuel. There is, but there's a disruption.
The supply chain.
Yeah.
I don't want us to get hung up on that. Huh?
Yeah.
We probably looks like that's something we need to isolate for.
Don't isolate it. Put it in there.
Like isolate for a discourse around it alone from beginning to end. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. So be as it may, time is up, and I don't know. In this case, we usually tell our guests if it's like a journey conversation to tell us the parting shots, but for you, probably it's a shout out to the president or something.
Two-time.
God damn it. I'll be damned.
But I've really enjoyed myself.
Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, my brother.
And continue mentoring people, your friends here.
Yes.
That's the way to go.
And the larger audience watching. These conversations go a long way. Given how much you've grown over the year, it means there is something to this product that we are trying to establish here. Or this conversation, rather, not necessarily just the product.
You're doing something commendable.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Yes. And as is tradition for our guests, if you've been here or if you've been watching, we usually say asante sana for gracing the podcast.
Thank you.
And we also give you a piece of ourselves. So that that mug you've been using, god damn, we switched. So you are the host today. You people are not nice, man. No wonder huyu jamaa amekuwa kidipelekanisha sana. Kumbe alikuwa na audacity ya host.
So I'll go with that one.
Yeah, so this is yours.
Rinse it
and then for you and you can.
I appreciate it.
Yes, so this is yours for the taking. Kifika nyumbani watasema you are on the time lapse now, and all your guests when they see you drink tea, please.
No, I will promote this brand.
Yes.
You know how far we come.
Yes. So
I've seen you grow.
Thank you, brother. So going what 14 years now. Yes.
Yeah. But I could see even earlier on when you just started business, I could see the fire in you.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that
there was some Sifuna energy in me.
Yeah, that kind of.
That's a nice place to wrap it at. Until the next one. See ya.
Thank you.